What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We back, we working. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. We gotta talk about it. Listen, the Stream King is back. I go by the name of Ego, Boxing Ego. You can call me Young Credentials, aka Frank Castle, the Punisher, aka Ego Killmonger. We about to go in, people. I'm like the Hove of this boxing shit, man. Young! Yeah, well, let's get it. Got my Dutch Brothers coffee, so we ready for war. Ego's army. Let's go. Y'all see it? Ego. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. We gotta talk about this. I got this notification this time. Listen, if you guys want the notification for Gang Gang, hit that bell icon. A lot of people, listen. See, this is why it's so raw, because I'm a young, small channel battling lions. Like, listen, I did a video. A lot of people had a lot to say about my opinion and gave their opinion. Some people agree, some people disagree. Now you guys have the ultimate chance to let me know what you disagree with live in the live stream. Listen, it's that simple. That's why we going live. That's why we doing this, because a lot of people are saying stupid shit in the comment section. You guys hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? We're going to call this episode No Smoke Season. We're going to see. We're going to try to get to the bottom, see who wants to smoke. The smoke. Make sure y'all come in and smash the like button. Is this thing on? Testing 1, 2. I'm in my zone. We loud and clear. Yup. I turn the music down. So y'all always complaining about something. Y'all feel better now? I cranked it down a little. Y'all can hear me? Ego Boombaye. The champ is here. Let's talk about it. Well, we got to get through some preliminary stuff. You don't just get to the main event straight away. You got to have the undercard. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the co-main event. So we got to build up to what we're going to talk about. But majority of this stream, listen, for everybody, the bulk of this stream is going to be regarding Wilder Joshua, Joshua Wilder, Eddie Hearn, Shelley or Shirley Winkle, whatever y'all calling them, Finkel, Winkle, whatever, right? Heavyweight division. And if that's not your cup of tea, it's not the stream for you. Check one of the other streams, because that's what we're going to focus on. You know what I mean? So there might be some Dillian White talk or Gerald Miller, but mostly Joshua Wilder. I gotta see what y'all feel and what y'all thinking. I have to give my opinion on some current things as well. Wilder take the fucking 15 and get the fight. Silva, calm down. We gonna get to everything. And if y'all disagree, then we can have at it, gladiator style. There's no biggies, no problem. Jack Brett said, "Can I get a shout out, big man?" Shout out to Jack Brett. He tuned in. Ego keeping it real. Y'all know me. Shout out to Jam Potter. You know what I mean? I'm like the Harry Potter of this game, man. Work a little magic. You dig? We're going to black out on this one. I promise you, because I know what subject matter create riffs. We're going to have some hot seats. Book it. Gang gang. E motherfucking go. That's why they call me Ego. E's about to go. I'm about to go in on this. Ego, stay keeping the updates with heavyweight boxing. Yes, sir. I fucks with you, Ego. I fucks with you, too. And all the Egos army. All the fans. Parker got 13 mil. 12 is laughable. Oh, we gonna talk about it, people. Don't you worry. Y'all gotta smash that like button. If y'all want to talk about it, y'all gotta smash the like button. Because I want to go over this, and I want to go over this with a max audience that we're gonna have for this particular stream. And I don't want to keep repeating because a lot of people pop in and say, "Oh, hey, what about this?" But we already discussed it. So this stream, we're gonna build up a little bit to the point where we get our numbers where they're supposed to be, so we can go do it once and done. That's what I like to do, a once and done. Let's get to the bullshit. Y'all gotta simmer down. If y'all want, come back in 5 minutes or something. But we gotta get the peak audience because I'm not gonna keep going over the same stuff. Can y'all hear me okay? Somebody said, is your mic on? But no one else is complaining. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Let's get to the fuck shit. Oh, we gonna talk about it. Everybody hear me loud and clear? We gotta make sure there's no technical difficulties as well. Damn, I don't got no shooters in the building? Shooters, if there are any shooters in the building, please show us that you're here and present. I gotta wait for some shooter. Okay, Ronald, okay. We got some shooter. I was like, man. Some of y'all trolling, talking about the mic off. I know y'all hear me. Y'all may not want to hear me, but you hear me. They feel me like Braille. We the realest. Let's get through the roll call, people. As you come in, smash the like button. On my streams, what I like to do is see where you guys are from. City, state, zip, rep where you're from. Let me know. And we're going to read through these. Ego, you might have to turn your hat backwards for this shit. Let's go. I might do that. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio, Detroit, Maryland, Huddersfield. Hit the like button. Atlanta, Ireland, Cardiff, UK, Canada, South America, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, 503 Portland, Barbados, Alabama. Okay, we got some wilder Alabama, Atlanta, Toronto, Victorville, Dallas, 214, Tampa, Florida, UK, D-Town, St. Paul, Minnesota, Delaware, Sonora, Hawaii, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Toronto, Guatemala, Portland, Oregon, Tampa by way of Miami, 305, DeSoto, Texas, Vermont, Dallas, Texas, ATL, Jacksonville, Florida, Suriname, Hartford, Connecticut, Brooklyn, Hawaii, Liverpool, Gardena, California, Dallas, Manchester, Illinois making the most noise. Shout out to Guatemala, Naptown, Austin, Texas, Dublin. I don't know what you're thinking. Dublin and Crumlin, we working. Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, and he said he hates traffic. I love LA, but I hate the traffic too. Long Island, Vancouver, 360 was good. Florida, Sri Lanka was good, man. Florida, Amsterdam, LA, Oaktown, Kansas City, Missouri, Texas. We global, we worldwide, man. Y'all ain't got enough stamps in your passport to fuck with young Ego. Shout out to the booth. Why do y'all care more about my life than boxing? Hey, Ego, what did you do? What did you eat for breakfast, man? New Orleans, DMV, South London, Chicago, bruh, Indianapolis. And we got someone from the Noya. From the Noya, water. Straight up run you, huh? Okay. Let's get it, man. Newcastle, England. A couple more and we're going to get started, man. We almost to 100 likes. Smash the like button. Let's get it. Chicago, Frankfurt. Listen. We about to zone out to this one. That's it for the roll call. Nobody else? Harlem, DC, South London, Finland. Shout out to the Wolves in England, Toronto. 10 more likes and we get started. 10 more likes, we get started. Los Angeles, LAX. Again, if you're just joining us, This stream is predominantly based on Joshua Wilder and the different opinions surrounding the fight. Should it happen? Should it not happen? Who do you want to see a fight aside from each other? Percentage splits. Okay. We're going to ride out to this one. Hey. Yeah, we going to keep this real. Shout out to my dude from Chicago, Garfield Park Boxing. You dig? All right, listen. I made a video yesterday. Anthony Joshua said that he made a very good offer to Wilder's side, to Deontay Wilder, right? And he didn't elaborate on the offer, but he said a couple of telling things to me in that particular interview with Sky Sports. Shout out to them. And Wilder has since responded. I did a video on the channel, so check that out. And Wilder, let me read it so I have it verbatim. But there's a whole video on this on my channel, so if you guys want to see it or whatnot. Let me pull it up, excuse me. So go to my video, or this is the post that Wilder put, right? Deontay Wilder says, it's obvious at this point, 40-0 with 39 knockouts, they don't want no smoke. At some point in your life, a boy must detach his lips from mom's nipples and become a man. I'm just saying. Then he tagged the photographer who works for Showtime. Shout out to Amanda Westcott. Hashtag Bomb Squad. Hashtag Scared Senseless. Hashtag Wow. He says Joshua scared senseless. He said, what movie is that? Where he's like, pop your titty out his mouth and let the boy grow. What movie is that from? Pop your titty. Oh, Major Pain. If he in there, he ain't happy. He said, I said, pop your titty out his mouth and let the boy grow. One, tubby. Two, tubby. He said, you like the Pillsbury Doughboy. If I poke you in the stomach, will it make you go? That shit is funny. So Deontay Wilder said he got to pop that titty out of mom's mouth. Who ducking? First, before I get to my opinion, I want to hear from y'all. One, tubby. Who's ducking? Put the last name of the fighter that's ducking this fight. We gonna go in. We gonna get into it. Wilder or Joshua? Who wants to fight more? That's a better question. Who wants to fight more? Wilder or Joshua? AJ, Wilder, Joshua. Joshua ducking clearly. Keep it coming. Let's go, man. Here's what they think about you. Everybody read the comments. We coming in loud and clear. I'm in my zone. Who wants to fight more? Wilder or Anthony Joshua? I want to hear from you, and then y'all can hear my opinion. Who wants to fight more? Wilder or Joshua? Who's ducking who? Who wants to smoke? Who don't want to smoke? Drop that in the comment section. Smash the like button right now. We working, people. Oh, we working. Keep it coming. I love saying, I can't even read it. The comments coming in so fast. Wilder wants to punish Joshua. AJ wants to fight. Okay. Now, my thoughts. I feared this moment, for starters. I don't know if I said this directly. You know, I was trying to be optimistic and not get in the way of the fight, but I don't think I said this in the video, but I was thinking of it. I feared this moment. You know what I mean? I feared this moment would come. Hey, shooters, get Sammy Sausages out of here. I don't even like that name. Get Sammy Sausage out of here. He talking crazy. Shooters, Sammy Sausages. Get his sausage ass. We need to grill some sausages. We got to grill some sausages. We got to grill some sausages. Get him out of here. He talking crazy. Shout out to Charles Tiller with the super chat, $5. AJ just proving he a pansy ass. He says, hashtag bomb squad. Let me know if you need another shooter. I will keep that in mind. Charles Tiller, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the message. Shout out to Tyrell, my shooter. He got Sammy Sausages out here. We're not playing no games. And there will be hot seats. So some more of you guys will be up out of here because I'm ready to battle. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You guys coming in talking crazy and your name is Sausage. Don't ever put sausage in your name. That just sounds weird. Everybody put S-U-S, sus. That's suspect. That's suspect. Get this sausage dude out of here, man. But listen, I fear this moment because this happens in boxing. History repeats itself, and we've seen this play before from promoters, fighters. For the record, I don't know the offer that was made to Deontay Wilder. That's some behind the scenes shit I haven't heard. I've only heard speculation and rumors that hasn't quite been confirmed. But it's apparent that Wilder's not feeling the offer because the very next day he's commenting and he's saying it's obvious that they don't want no smoke and they're scared senseless. I'm 40-0 with 39 knockouts. So it's very clear and apparent that this initial offer doesn't mean the fight can't happen still, but it doesn't look like this first offer is going to be what gets this fight done. Listen, history repeats itself. I'm going to give you all some examples. And from what I've heard, they offered 12 million, 12% of 100 million, a flat rate, which is all. If that is in fact the case, that means to me that it's Team Joshua that doesn't want the fight more so than Wilder. I can explain. And we're about to go in. Let me explain. The reason I would say that, yes, some people would argue, 12 million, that's more than he's ever seen, right? Which is true. He never made 12 million in a pro fight. He made a little over 2 million to fight Luis Ortiz, which was a dangerous option. However, that's not how this game works. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's more money than he's ever made, you got to offer him something fair because it's based on the whole pot. It's based on the whole pot. So 12 million for the average person. See, this is what happens. If it is, again, I can't confirm these numbers right now, but I'm just going under the pretense that it was a flat rate or $12 million. Look at it. Yes, that's a great lump sum, but you also got to deal with taxes. You got to pay your coach and team. And Wilder has Mark Breland and JD's as a co-trainer. I don't know what kind of purse split that they have, but maybe that's potentially 10% twice or whatever agreement that they have with the trainers. You have to pay a lot of taxes. See, I'm a private contractor. I have a 1099 with this business. So I don't get taxed immediately. So I have to have a separate funding for taxes. You know what I mean? And when you get large sums of money, lump sums of money, you get taxed. It's like when you win the lottery, you get taxed like 40%, something crazy. So 12 million sounds great until you start making the deductions. Paying your sparring partners, paying for their hotel and lodging, flying them out from the UK or whatever, you know what I mean, wherever these fuckers are from, California or whatever, paying your team, just getting suits, fight night apparel, you know what I mean, going to the fight label and having them do your custom trunks and all that stuff, man. All that stuff costs money. Then taxes, that's the big one. Unless you want to be on your Ronald Isley shit. You're contagious, shut up. Can't you see 2 men are talking? You know what I'm saying? You want to be on your Wesley Snipes shit. You gotta pay them taxes. Unless you're gonna be on that Al Capone shit, right? So that's one thing. You gotta understand that. So 12 million, a lot of people look at it from their perspective. Like, yeah, you offer me 12 million. I'm like, that's you know what I mean? Because I never touched 8 million. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's gonna sound like a great sum of money, but you gotta look at a guy like Wilder, who's already made $1 million in his career in independent fights and stuff like that. And again, even though it's more money than he's ever seen in one particular fight, you gotta look at the magnitude of the event, right? Like I said, y'all gotta smash the like button. The longer I go is determined by the engagement. We got a lot of comments flowing, But y'all gotta smash that like button in addition. That's how I present these live streams to you. So anyway, history repeats itself, right? But that's dumb as fuck. You gotta be smart. Listen, I'm gonna say my piece, and then people who disagree will probably just set up some hot seats. I can't. Listen, history repeats itself. And this is similar. I'm gonna give you some recent examples. I'm not even really checking on. Hey, put Devlin Anderson in timeout. He's wasting time. Listen, I'm here talking boxing, and y'all worried about me. Talk about Joshua Wilder. Talk about Danny, champ of the world, Danny. We're not playing these games today. I'm not even in the mood to play a bunch of games right now. I'm trying to really talk this. So if you're more concerned with me, my beard, my hat, a booger in my nose, my lip, you know what I'm saying? You're about to get blocked. Listen. So the bottom line is this: 12 million. That's more than he's ever made. But that's also a convenient excuse to not make the fight. You know what I mean? By not. Why is it that Joseph Parker didn't get a flat rate? If this is true, I'm going under the pretense that this is true. Why didn't Joseph Parker get a flat rate? Why didn't Charles Martin get a flat rate? You know what I'm saying? Once again, history repeats itself. Here's some examples. When Canelo vacated his belt instead of fighting Golovkin in 2016, and then they tried to negotiate it, and they tried to offer Golovkin a $15 million. See, this is the thing with boxing fans. Don't be fake. Don't switch it up. You know what I mean? If you said that Triple G should or shouldn't have taken the flat rate, then don't try to switch your opinion now and say, oh, Wilder needs to take a flat $12 million. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when it came to Triple G versus Canelo, his team, Triple G's team, didn't want to take the flat rate either. And there's no way you can see, even with Canelo failing with Clint Buterol, you can see he doesn't have the star power of Canelo. So if we're going to play this A-side shit, you know what I mean? We're going to play this A-side shit. Triple G's nowhere near the A-side star power of Canelo, but he still wasn't going to settle for a flat rate, right? So now why are you encouraging the flat rate for Wilder? Because once again, people are fake in this boxing game, and they pick and choose based on if they like the fighter or not. If you like Triple G, then you say, oh, Canelo's weak for offering him a flat rate. But then since you don't like Wilder, you're going to say that Wilder should have took it. Wilder should have took the flat rate. Here's another example. Like I said, history repeats itself. There was an alleged phone call, which has pretty much been corroborated by both sides, between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. And Floyd Mayweather called Pacquiao after the first failed negotiations. Keep that in mind. After the drug test failed negotiation, because Pacquiao was on some. I don't believe I want to do Floyd's drug testing because I am afraid of needles. You know what I mean? After that whole situation, Floyd called Pacquiao, offered him $40 million. He said, hey, Pacquiao, we can make the fight right now. $40 million, no pay-per-view. You don't get no pay-per-view. I'm money made. I chose to be the best, right? Floyd called Pacquiao. Pacquiao was like, no pay-per-view. This bitch nigga, he offered me to fight him with no pay-per-view revenue. And then he handed the phone off. Right? As it sits, that's what happens. He handed that phone off because he's like, what do you mean? 40 million? And that was a big topic of contention at that time. Should Pacquiao have taken $40 million? $40 million. Floyd said no pay-per-view back in. $40 million. So once again, you can easily argue that Pacquiao had never seen $40 million in one fight because he hadn't. Shout out to Deacon Slade, $10 super chat. If you think about it, with the 12% deal, Joshua is trying to sell his belts and his ode to Wilder. Shout out to you for the super chat and the comment. But I got to get through this. Pacquiao was offered more money than he had ever seen in one individual fight, and he said no. $40 million, handed the phone. He took that as a sign of disrespect. What you talking about? No pay-per-view proceeds. But this is going to be a global, massive smash hit. Here, take my phone. I don't want to talk to Floyd anymore. I don't want to talk to Floyd. And he handed the phone off. Fact. Now, the fight fell apart again. Mayweather versus Pacquiao. They wait. A couple years later, then it's the highest grossing fight. Sells like 4.7 million pay-per-view buys or whatever it is, right? And Pacquiao, when it all happens, I don't know exactly how much off the top of my head, but he got around 125 to 180 million dollars. So you tell me who won. Pacquiao not taking the flat rate with very minimal pay-per-view proceeds, little to none. 40 million right now, or later on the fight getting generating what it generated, and he got like 180 million. That's like literally over 4 times. That's 4 times greater. Literally. All right, we got our first hot seat. I'm not playing with y'all. Easy ban, step up. Wilder fans are too sensitive. Based on what? Like, what do you disagree with? Let's get that in. Everybody grab your popcorn. We got a hot seat. I'm going to show you how we run this. Bans, I make good dance. Okay, step up, hot seat. Why? What are you talking about? Wilder fans are so sensitive. What's going on? What do you disagree with? I'm going to show y'all how to catch an easy ban. He about to catch this ban easy when I get my shooters on it. Oh, my gosh. He about to get this easy ban. Bars. Ban. B-A-N. Ban's his name. B-A-N-D-Z. Bars. Man's called me a troll for saying 12 million for 4 belts is fair. Hey, bro, you just wasted time. We'll just put you in timeout. How about that? Because I thought you had some hot seat. Listen, if y'all want to try to derail the conversation with a bunch of weirdo stuff, just jump in the hot seat. You know what I mean? We got work for everybody. So anyway, yeah, Pacquiao could have took 40 million, but he didn't. And then when he actually fought Floyd, he got 180 million. So was he a fool? Was he a fool for holding out? Same thing with Golovkin. Golovkin was offered $15 million to fight Canelo, flat rate, very little of the pot versus Canelo. But if you look at the fight, Canelo versus Golovkin is in the top 5 highest grossing live gates. So he might have made out more by not taking that flat rate. I don't know exactly how much he got when it was all said and done. You get what I'm saying? So that flat rate is usually, shout out to my man Deron Heron. When people start offering that flat rate or whatever, that's usually to so they can fake show that they want the fight. And hey, we made him an offer and he said no. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't really believe, like, I keep seeing people use this tactic. So now it's like it's starting to be repetitive, if you will. So that, to me, that doesn't make sense. And you got to look at it. You got to look at it like this. How come Joseph Parker? Okay, listen. Just everybody listen. Everybody calm down. Smash the like button. We have almost 400 people in here. We got to get over 200 likes ASAP. Smash the like button, man. Ain't shit free. Y'all got to smash that like button. Listen. Somebody tell me one thing. No, not one. 3 things that Joseph Parker had that made him a better long-standing champion than Deontay Wilder. 3 things. And if you start saying crazy stuff, you're in the hot seat instantly. So, Joseph Parker named 3 things that made him a better, more respected champion than Deontay Wilder? Go. We're going to get to the bottom of this on this stream. Answer the question. Okay, someone says nothing. Parker had nothing. Where? Support falls. Don't change the subject, just answer that question. Parker got 7 mil. I don't care about that. I'm saying, what did Joseph Parker do that made him a more threatening or a better champion? They both had 1 belt, so that's kind of neutral. That cancels each other. Did he have like a Klitschko type performance, or he beat Lennox Lewis or something like that, to the point where it was like, oh wow, he has a Lennox Lewis fight under his belt in tow? Look. How is he a pay-per-view star? And Joseph Parker, I'm gonna put you in a hot seat. Your name is LOL. Okay, I'm gonna put you in a hot seat. You talking about Joseph Parker as a pay-per-view star? He fought Huey Fury on YouTube pay-per-view, or YouTube on YouTube. They streamed it on YouTube. So how is he a pay-per-view star? What are you talking about? Why was the fight on YouTube? I didn't even know YouTube streamed boxing fight. Y'all better come correct. Y'all be in that hot seat quicker than you think. Exactly. No one's coming up with answers. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everyone, oh, you're wrong. You're sucking dick, ego. All this shit, but no one can answer these simple questions. Okay. Hold on. Are you stupid? Parker is pay-per-view in New Zealand, you idiot. Okay, where? Let me find him. We're gonna see who's an idiot. Are you stupid? Parker is pay-per-view in New Zealand. Texas C, I'm about to body you. You about to get bodied, my dude. That's cool. It was pay-per-view in New Zealand. What's the population in New Zealand? How many people in America know Parker? Why was he not this A-side over Joshua if he's the man like that? You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't he the A-side? Because he's a pay-per-view star. You guys, just because something's pay-per-view, who cares? Klitschko fights might be pay-per-view, but in America, they weren't pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? How big is New Zealand? Is it bigger than America? Huh? Y'all sound dumb. Talking about, oh, he was fighting with paper. He's from New Zealand, and it probably was dirt cheap for the pay-per-view. Because I know how y'all UK and New Zealanders, I see how their business model is set up. UK, they have a lot of fights. It'd be like Josh Kelly on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Good fighter, but it'd be a pay-per-view. But they're like cheap in comparison. I'm talking about real like pay-per-view. Like Mayweather McGregor, that's going to cost you $80 to $100 in America. You get what I'm saying? Not no cheap ass New Zealand. You know what I mean? Because yeah, Jeff Horn is on pay-per-view in Australia. I get that, but that's one small market. Anyway, like I said, history repeats itself. Golovkin got offered a flat rate and he didn't want to take it. Pacquiao got offered $40 million flat rate. He didn't want to take it. So, I mean, what's different with Wilder? What's the excuse now for the fans when they justified Triple G and Pacquiao not taking the flat rate? If this is in fact true, what was offered to Wilder? MS, I'll explain it in the hot seat. I'm not stopping the stream for you unless there's an end result with the hot seat. So if you want me to really explain, keep asking, and I'll answer it in the hot seat. I'm not doing it. There ain't no freebies here. All right, James Hunt. We're gonna hunt your ass down. Hold on. Let me get James out of here. Thank you. Shout out to my shooters. H-Town, we working. What's up, Ego? Keep grinding. All right. Now let's get some hot seats. Okay. Wilder said Sham's in the hot seat. We're going to see who's the Sham. Wilder said he was willing to take a 90-10% split. That's literally what Hearn offered with a low ball. Okay, now since you want to play games, so is that a good offer? Yes or no? Explain that. Sham, everybody pay attention. We got a hot seat. Is that a good offer? Is that a fair offer? Okay, you just said it was no, it's not a good offer. So, one, you're playing games. Two, if you're going to tell the story, tell the full story. Wilder says, I'll take whatever you offer me, 90-10 or whatever, as long as you guys sign in the contract that you will take the same split in the rematch. So if they didn't do that, which Eddie Hearn already said was ridiculous to do that, just like he said, fight Dillian White, but no AJ in the contract. Why should we put that's a case-by-case basis? So you're not being truthful. Therefore, we got to vote and get you out of here. He said he would take 90-10 under the pretense that Joshua's team signs for the same deal in a rematch. And Eddie Hearn already said they weren't doing that. So that was the deal. If this man got an L, put your L's up. We're gonna handle this real quick and easy. Like, so if Wilder got an offer, the offer probably didn't consist of, hey, we're offering you 12%, but we'll take 12% if you beat us in a rematch. All right, the fans have spoken, moderators, shooters. Get Shams out of here. Y'all want to play games? We're gonna establish justice real quick, like in this chat. So tell the full story. Hearn was lowballing. Now he's trying to switch. See how they try to cop please? They try to cop please after it's already too late. You said, oh, what a lowball, and you were trying to roast Wilder for it. And then you know it's not a fair offer. And like I said, tell the full side. Wilder did say 90-10 or whatever, but he said that's if Team Joshua took the same deal in the rematch, which Eddie Hearn said was laughable. Shout out to MS, £5 super chat. Why Wilder ain't pay-per-view? He should take this alleged $15 million. I told you, if you want to be in the hot seat, you can. Thank you for the super chat, but we can discuss this in the hot seat because you're not going to flip it. Who cares if Wilder is pay-per-view? America's racist. There's a lot of racism in America. There's a lot of issues. Like we got the fucking Zuckerberg from Facebook is testifying versus U.S. Congress. These American problems. We got different shit going on. You know what I mean? Donald Trump's attorney's office is being raided by the FBI. These are American problems we have. So don't try to switch gears and talk about, oh, why isn't Wilder a pay-per-view star? America's a different place. It's a totally different place than anywhere else. It's not the same as whatever, like the gas prices are in Mexico, the quality of life or the weather in the UK, everything is different. You know what I mean? And for that reason, that's what it is. Like, that's like saying, how come police officers get in trouble if they do X, Y, and Z in America? But then if you go to Brazil or Mexico, sometimes in places like that, the police might beat your ass on the street and no one will do anything about it. You know what I mean? Shout out to SS Solo. What's up, everybody? Shout out to from Shreveport, Louisiana. $10 super chat, Shmoney Gang. Thank you very much. But you know what I mean? Life is different in different regions. You might go to Brazil or one of the Southern America places or Mexico or something, and the cops might rob you, but they might get in trouble if they did that in the United States. You know what I'm saying? It's just different places. Blacks have it just as good as whites. Stop telling lies. Bro, just leave. I don't have time. I don't even want to debate you. Just get him gone. Y'all know y'all be lying, right? Fight in the UK, 65-35 split. Each pick one judge. Yeah, I'm over here talking about the blacks. The black channel. Listen. Why? Listen. Why is Wilder get a flat rate? If that's true, why does he get the what? Why is he the first man out of Joshua recent opponents that we're hearing about to get a flat rate? And you can't fall back on this crutch. Listen, I'm gonna break. Oh gosh, we have to go be. Look, man, we gotta do the backwards hat for this one. We gotta go backwards with it. Listen, people. Why is Wilder, out of the last 4 or 5 opponents for Joshua, since he's like really started growing in numbers and stuff? Listen, why is Wilder the first one that might have been offered a flat rate? Why didn't Joseph Parker have to take a flat rate? He got 33%, 33.5 or whatever the number was. Why did he have to take a flat rate? Why just Wilder? Why is he getting the flat rate? Explain, how did that just start? Like, hey, we want to negotiate with Joseph Parker, and then we'll go back and forth till we can land on a percentage that works for both of us. But with Wilder, we got to give him a flat rate. Same thing with Canelo. Canelo did that to Golovkin with the $15 million. Why? Why is Golovkin the first one to get that has to get the flat rate, no pay-per-view deal? Shout out to Inconspicuous Man, $5 super chat. Because it's a tactic to say we offered. It's a tactic to say we offered you something and you didn't want to take it. It's the oldest trick in the book. That's what I honestly feel. Because again, what changed? Why is Wilder the first person that allegedly gets this flat rate deal? Joseph Parker, Dominic Brazil. Why didn't they get flat rates? If that was just his policy, listen, it's like if I went to Best Buy and I purchased something and I get a 60-day return policy, me specifically, but then another customer and their return policy is only 7 days. Wouldn't you be like, why I get a 7-day return policy and then they have 60 days? You know what I mean? So it'd be one thing if it was a 7-day return policy for everybody. You know what I mean? But that hasn't been the case. I haven't heard about these other past Joshua opponents getting this flat rate, getting 12% or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So what made Wilder the first person to get that? Wilder's a straight up scared pussy if you don't take that payday. Speaking of scared pussy, jump in the hot seat. Do you accept the hot seat? We'll see who's scared. Okay, since Bishy, I know I won't lose to a guy named Bishy. I promise you I can't lose to a guy named Bishy. But let's do the hot seat. Are you that confident where you want to debate that point? Wilder's a scared pussy if you don't take that payday. Come on, Bishy. Bishy, don't kill my vibe. Bishy, don't kill my vibe. Come on, Bishy. Hardcore rapper, but he's Bishy. See, this is what they do. They disappear. They say, oh, it's Wilder's a pussy. Chat shit, get bang. Chat shit, you pussy. Pussy. They do all this stuff. And then, where is Bishy at? Come on, Bishy. Mr. Bishy. Step up in this hot seat. You call Wilder a pussy. He's not here. I'm here. I'm right here in this hot seat. Argue your point that you just made. I'll argue for the opposite side of what you just said. And you was probably one of them same motherfuckers talking about, oh, Wilder, he's a fool. He didn't go to Cardiff. Why didn't he go to Cardiff to watch Josh fight another person and he can't get in the ring? He should have went. Bad exposure, man. You were probably arguing that dumb shit. This is why he didn't go. Bishy. This is why he didn't go, Bishy. Because he knew it was some bullshit. Where's Bishy at? See, they just be doing drive-bys. See, y'all keep saying, oh, you should have a live call-in. It don't matter if it's live call-in or if it's not. They're still going to disappear because they know they can't justify what they say. He did a drive-by. Oh, Wilder's a bitch. Pussy. I ain't seen Bishy since. And I know he in here, but you calling someone a pussy, calling Wilder a pussy, yet you not showing your face. Now the shooter just got to you. Listen, we're not doing that. If we disagree, let's handle it gladiator style. Let's have a public debate, your side versus mine, and that's it. Again, I don't know what the percentage split is. I don't know nothing about that. But I do know y'all got to hit that like button. We're trying to take over this game, man. James Webb says cunt. Okay. You feel better? So, I don't know. The whole thing is just why. Somebody answer that. That's my basic question. Why is Wilder the first to get a percentage split? Not offered. And he's the first to get a 12% flat rate. Ego, UK fan here, you think Wilder needs a promoter? No, he doesn't. Listen, if all these guys needed somebody, man, this is like, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even want to be on here because I'm not even trying to sound cocky, but I just got shit to do. And y'all just be saying crazy stuff, and it's just like, oh my god. No, if Errol Spence and Wilder, all these guys needed a promoter, I just seen Errol Spence. He jeweled up, he had a nice watch and jewelry and stuff. He got a fight coming up, hometown fight, so he's doing good without a promoter. He's just about to have a baby or had a baby. Like, he looks like he's doing pretty well for himself. You don't need a promoter. See, y'all keep listening to what y'all hear. I implore you guys to be your own person and generate your own thought process. You guys keep listening to what other motherfuckers say. Like De La Hoya keeps saying, fishing for people because Golden Boy is running out of stars. They're trying to hurry up and expedite Ryan Garcia into the next best thing. And he has a good following. So we'll see how that works out for them. But Canelo is their biggest star, and he's in the hot seat. You know what I mean? With the whole Clint Buterol scandal. And he's fishing for people. Oh, if Wilder and AJ, if they came to Golden Boy, then we would be this way and they would be mega stars. But listen, name one black star that Golden Boy has. One. Listen, name one. Which one of y'all kicked me? Name one black pay-per-view superstar or star that Golden Boy has. I'm waiting. Name one. Can y'all hear me? No one's answering. Name an African-American star that Golden Boy got. Leave, Jeffrey. Derek Rhodes. He said, my point is this. How can you promise to make someone else a star and you don't even have no stars other than Canelo? How can you promise that? How can you say, like, shout out to DJ Yo, $3. He said, Pensacola, we talk tonight. Shout out to my shooter. How can you promise someone that you'll make them into a star when you only have one star and he's getting shitted on because he failed 2 drug tests? You guys get what I'm saying? Who said Riddick Bowe? Riddick Bowe's with Golden Boy? And he real big daddy right now. He's big right now. How can you promise? Someone said your point. That's my point. How can you promise to, like, I do videography, right? Before I was even doing boxing stuff. So if somebody wanted me to shoot a music video and they got referred to my number through somebody else, right? What would I have to show them to show that I'm on point, that I know how to edit, that I'll do a good job for their wedding or their music video or whatever? I would have to show them my track record, which is called a resume, a portfolio, like an EPK. You know what I mean? They'd have to see something where people would have confidence, like, oh, that edit looks dope. Oh, you did this music video? Oh, you're on World Star? Cool. You have to see something. You don't just hire a photographer for your wedding and you ain't seen none of their pictures. And especially for photography, because you may now kiss the bride and shit. You only got one shot, one opportunity to get that picture. They're not going to be kissing for 5 minutes, so you're going to have to get a photographer that knows what the fuck they're doing, comes correct, has their batteries replaced, stuff like that. So if De La Hoya keeps saying he'll make Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence pay-per-view stars, then my question would be, name a star he has, especially an African American star that signed a Golden Boy. His only big star is Canelo. So, I mean, that's the point. You gonna take your car to a mechanic and you ain't heard nothing about this mechanic? They're not in the yellow pages. Hey, Luis Gama, he said no one has a black African American star. What about Floyd Mayweather, dummy? What about Floyd Mayweather? He's talking about coming back to fighting. He's not a star. And even it doesn't even have to be just pay-per-view. Name someone like a Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, or Deontay Wilder that Golden Boy has. Since you want to play games. Name somebody. Name somebody that's at Errol Spence level that Golden Boy has. Golden Boy. Name someone that Golden Boy has. That's an Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder level of fame. Hey, Derrick Rose, it's been real, but you gotta go. You've been putting too much stupid shit. Hey, shooters, y'all be on your JO. I knew this was gonna attract the weirdos. Floyd is retired, bro, and you're retired too. Because now Floyd's talking about coming back for starters, and you're avoiding the whole point and trying to get sidetracked. So we got to start cleaning up this chat section. Shooters, be on full alert. We're not doing all this dumb stuff because they're trying to distract from the message. We ain't having that. Shooters, be on high alert. Anyway, why is Wilder the first person to allegedly get this flat rate? That's my question to you. Why didn't Joseph Parker get a flat rate? And like I said, this is the oldest trick in the book to save face for, hey, we made him an offer. They didn't want to accept it. It's not my fault. You know what I mean? Now, listen, let me break it down. Let me kick the science. Listen, we got to get the likes up. And if you don't want me to kick the science, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm going to break this down real quick for y'all. Real quick and easy. Like, y'all got to motivate me. We're just going to ride out. Can I get a hell yeah from the congregation? Smash the like button. Hey, bro, how did Luis Gama come back? He was blocked. I feel like RoboCop. You're dead. We killed you. We killed you, man. Hey, we got rid of you already. How'd you come back? Listen, I'm about to go in. Couple more hell yeahs, I'm about to go in. I'm about to kick the science for you. A little easy work. Listen. I'm about to kick the science. Listen, because I already know the game. I already know. See, when you've been doing this so long, you already know the plays. You already know what the detractors are going to say. You know what the haters are going to say. That's how you know when Ego Army is a well-oiled machine, because you could already sense the hate. You could already see the excuses. All right? We already see the plays. It's very predictable. Wilder has a puncher's chance. He got more than a fucking puncher's chance. What are you talking about? Some of y'all, man, I wonder who watches boxing. I really do at some points. He said he has a puncher's chance, like he's just some random person off the street. Yeah, he has a puncher's chance. And if you're judging based on Luis Ortiz fight, then you don't know shit, because Luis Ortiz is a different puzzle. Southpaw, tons of hammies. Listen. We got to go in. Okay, now we got another hot seat. Unstable Poker. He says Joseph Parker didn't get more than $15 million. Don't see a reason why Wilder to do so. Okay, let's jump in this hot seat. So now we're comparing Joseph Parker to Deontay Wilder. Explain how they're equivalent. So is Parker the same level threat as Deontay Wilder? So, like, for example, let's say Joseph Parker fought Luis Ortiz. Who would you project will win? What has Parker done that has amazed you? Everybody remember his name, because I know he's going to take forever. Unstable Poker. Remember that name. How are we comparing Parker to Deontay Wilder? If Joseph Parker fought Luis Ortiz when he was undefeated, what would happen? What do you think would happen? Unstable Poker, we're talking to you in the hot seat. We're waiting for you. We got to get these hot seats quick, though, because y'all be ducking. Y'all talk all this shit about so-and-so, blah, 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 is a bitch and pussy and ducking, but y'all don't want this hot seat. Unstable Poker, once again. Somebody put him on the timer, 15 seconds. We got to make this quick, because I'm not letting y'all ruin the stream and the flow of things, putting crazy stuff. Unstable Poker. Name Parker's best win. Huey Fury, a fight that people said he might have lost. Andy Ruiz, the fight for a vacant title people said he might have lost. AJ versus Parker was a 50-50 fight in New Zealand. Hey, get him out of here. Bro, that's it? You wasted our time for that? These dudes is clearly wasting time. So why does Wilder deserve 15 mil because of Parker? Thank you. Shout out to SS Solo, Slow Cook, Unstable Poker. I don't have time to slow cook no one. We got to just do it quick. So if you're leaving the crazy stuff, you will get tried. Listen, Wilder and Parker, Wilder has more title defenses than Parker, and he's had more impressive performances, being that he's a knockout artist. Parker went the distance with Andy Ruiz and won split decision to become a champion. He went the decision with Huey Fury, and some people thought he lost those fights. He didn't look good versus Razkojanu, right? Carlos Takam was a difficult fight for him. You know what I'm saying? So why Parker gets 15 million, but the rumor is that Wilder gets 12.5 million, and you say you don't see why he should have got. Carl Broughton, jump in the hot. Do you agree to the hot seat? I'm not answering none of these little sidebar questions unless there's an end result. Carl Broughton, do you want to be in the hot seat? And then we can debate this. Carl Broughton, hurry up, let me know. Carl Broughton, we got to make this quick. We got another hot seat. We're going to war, people. It's a real life war. Smash the like button. Where you at, Carl Broughton? Carl, come on, Carl. Get up, Carl. Get up, Craig. Where's Carl? Get your mans. Whose mans is this? Okay, no problem. Okay, so what do you disagree with? Let's get to the basics. Don't you guys be asking like questions? What do you disagree with that I've said? Let's just get straight to the nitty gritty. Carl Broughton, what do you disagree with that I've said? What's your stance? Should Wilder take the money? Should Joshua have offered him 12%? Should the fight not happen? Come on, Carl. Let's go. Let's see. And please I know you're in the stream. We got to make this quick, people. We got stuff to cover. We got places to see and people to do. Carl, so what do you disagree with? If it is true, the 12 million, 12%, is that fair? See how long these guys be taking? He said he'll do the hot seat. Okay, biggest thing is Wilder. Hold on. Biggest thing, Wilder would have a chance to be undisputed. See, why don't you answer my question? He says biggest thing is Wilder would have a chance at undisputed trumps everything. So why can't you answer my question? What do you disagree with? Is 12% fair? Legacy speech. I don't care about none of the stuff you're saying. I want to hear the answer to my question. What do you disagree with? And is 12% a reasonable, fair offer if Wilder gets 12%? You don't have to answer anything else but that. That's all we want to hear. See, this is what you have to do. You have to nip it in the bud. Okay, he says no. Then what do you disagree with? With all this legacy stuff and, oh, he has a chance at undisputed? We get that. We know what's at stake. But you just admitted that if that is true, it's not fair. Okay, do you think 12%? Who cares if it's 100 million? It's a big fight. It's a popping fight. Why would you want to settle for a percent? Why would you not want a percentage instead of get it like a flat rate or something like 12%? Even if it doesn't generate 100 million, you'll probably, even a percentage split, a reasonable one. Anybody good at math? We're going to do some simple numbers. What's 35%? Somebody get a calculator. What's 35% of 50 million? So I just cut the 100 million in half. What's 35% of 50 million? Listen, what's 35% of 50 million? Somebody do the math. Somebody do the math. Because half of 50 is 25. Look, they said it's 17.5 million. So if he got 35%, then you've already made from, what was it, 12 and a half to 17 and a half. That's a whole another $5 million. You know what I mean? That's, who wouldn't want that, especially when you have expenses and stuff to pay for. You know what I mean? And that's saying it made 50 million, which was cut in half. And I don't know how much it's going to be worth. So even if it was not $100 million fight, see, this would, some of you guys don't understand. See, y'all always, this is the thing, it's crazy. Y'all always bring up boxing is a business, but y'all don't know, some of y'all don't know shit about business. I just cut it. You said, oh, it's not $100 million fight. Okay, I cut that in half. Even if it was a $50 million fight, he would stand more to gain with a reasonable percentage split, 35 million, right? I mean, excuse me, 35% to 50 million is 17 and a half. So he even with that percentage split and the fight only grossing 50 million, which is literally half of the 100 million forecast, right? He still would make more money than 12 million. He would still make more money. So what are you telling me? Now, on the optimistic side of things, let's say the fight does more than 50. Let's say he does 60 million, 70 million, 75 million, 85 million. Now, as the success of the event goes up, your percentage split goes up, your money goes up. If it did 75 million instead of 100 mil, and he already got off of 50 million, he was going to get 17.5, then you do the math. If the fight generated 50 million and we just did the math that 35% of 50 million is 17.5, then imagine if the fight did 75 million. So it doesn't even have to do 100 million. It's going to do good. Who doesn't want to see it? The UK fans are great. It's UK versus USA. That'd be like Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson, this generation's version, which set records at the time, by the way. If Carl Broughton got that L, put your L's up. We gotta speak through this. It all comes down to how bad you want the fight, bro. If he got the L, put your L's up. We're not wasting time. Wilder goes back to 2 million fights, bro. You've already got a knot. Hey, shooters, you heard the fans. Get Carl Broughton out of here. He's done. He's done. You're done, son. We gotta speed this up. Shout out to Mr. Blouse. Bro, your math ain't making sense. Shout out to Brian NY, $2. He paid $2 super chat just to say you got an L. That's cold-blooded. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all an analogy because the last thing he said before he got blocked, before you guys voted him off the island, was, "Hey, then I guess Wilder could go back to $2 million to fight." Yeah, I would do that too, off of pride, because why are you gonna just take whatever and get lowballed with the hopes of? Okay, first of all, I knew this was I'm gonna have to go in on this one. First of all, you got to look at this. I love the UK. I used to live there. But, shout out to King. He said, yeah, 35% is fair. Out of 75 million, that means Wilder would get 26 and change, 26 and a quarter. So yeah, he got the L. That's what I'm saying. The greater the fight is, let's say even if it didn't do 100 million, as long as it hits a certain number, you're definitely going to make more than the alleged 12 million. Listen, if y'all want me to ether this whole situation, this whole conversation, we got to get over 300 likes. And can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Can I get a hell yeah? Man, I'm about to go in. I knew I was going to have to go in on this particular video, so I anticipated it. Got my coffee. I'm ready. Listen. Hey, Fast Car Eddie, one more comment like that and you about to get banned because you're pretending to be Eddie Hearn. No one has time for the games. Listen. Nobody's in the business of getting lowballed. You know what I mean? Here, I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's say I'm a rapper. Actually, I do rap. But let's say I'm a rapper about to get signed to Universal, and they offer me some fucked up 360 deal. Brian NY, $5 super chat. Hell yeah. Thank you. Listen. Let's say I'm a rapper. I'm about to get signed by Universal, a label, and they offer me a bogus deal, 360. So it don't matter that I'm from the hood and I ain't never seen 500,000 before, right? That's cool. But let's say my records are spinning, people really dig the music, and I'm making a lot of buzz and a lot of noise on the independent scene, right? Shout out to Renzel Money, $5 super chat. Povetkin isn't even a champ, and it would never come to him and his team with a deal like that. They want to cash out Wilder knowing they'll lose. They want to cash out on Wilder. Shout out to y'all. If y'all could pause the super chat, this is how you know it's serious. If you guys could pause the super chat, because I never tell y'all to pause the money. We gotta make the money. But if you guys could pause the super chat so I can get this part out, so we don't have to stop for that, and then you guys could feel free. Trust me, feel free to donate any amount you want. But just for this particular stanza, I gotta get this out. If I'm a rapper, Universal's offering me a week, a 360 deal. It doesn't matter that I'm from the hood and I've never seen 500,000. If I can go the independent route and sell out of my trunk and eventually make that 500,000 or make more money, some people would be like, "Hey, you're an idiot. Why didn't you take the 500,000?" But you got to understand how to play the game, and you got to understand the business. 500,000, that's great, but that's not even $1 million. You know what I mean? So as a rapper, it don't matter that you're from the hood. I'm trying to help y'all with business. It's not even just boxing right now. This is just business. That's what a lot of these corporations bank on. They bank on the notion that when people see lump sums of money, that they're going to jump for joy and they're going to be, oh shit, 500,000. You know what I mean? Young kids and kids from the hood and stuff like that. They never seen 500,000. So they think about all the little cars they can get and stuff like that. But when you have to pay for your music video budgets and features, you're in a 360 deal. You're only getting a small percentage of the CDs sold. You know what I mean? Let's say you're getting 6 cents off of each CD you sell, and they're raking in the big bucks while you're getting this type of money off of that. You know what I mean? Let's say you pay off your mama's house, you buy yourself a car. That 500,000 be gone quicker than you know. You know what I mean? Because you got all those expenses plus taxes. You know what I mean? Plus you probably have your team travel with you. You know what I mean? Get yourself a tour bus or whatever. So shout out to DJ Yo. He said Master P turned down $1 million from Interscope. See, Master P was out here. I'm from the Bay, man. He was out here and he was hustling out of the Bay. You know what I mean? And the thing is, people get ecstatic off of a lump sum of money because of the number, but you got to look at it. You got to know your worth. Because at the end of the day, you could pass up on. Look, since y'all brought up Master P, it's reversed. His net worth was nearly $350 million. So he passed up $1 million, but a couple of years ago, when that was the survey was done, he was worth $350 million. So explain that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not every deal is the deal you have to take it, even if you've never seen that. Listen, I'm telling you straight up, from a business perspective, if HBO offered me a bag, right, say, hey, we want you on the network, I make cool money doing this, what I'm doing, and I don't have to only promote HBO fighters, and I can go to whoever's training camp I want or whatever fight card I want with feeling no type of way, and I'm my own boss entirely. I have full creative control over what I do on my channel. So at the end of the day, it don't matter. HBO's gonna have to come up off a lot of money because I'm cool. It may not be the lump sum that they are offering me, that HBO's offering me right now, but if I keep at this, then who knows? I could end up doing things my way and make more than that. You know what I mean? Look at Jay-Z. See, you guys got to respect hustlers. Look at Jay-Z and Dame Dash. They got turned away from rock record labels, and they came up with their own shit. Rock Nation, Rockefeller Records, and they went on to make more money. So even if a label did offer them some money, or seen they were buzzing on their own, they were like, cool, we already figured it out, and they made more money. So some of y'all get gassed up off of knowing your worth, and that's not how it should be. And the people who get gassed up are the ones that get played by these corporations, the ones that get played by networks and whatever. Because all money is not good money, if you know what I mean. Like, it sounds great, 500,000, yes, that's more money than most of us have in our bank account right now. But at the same time, you got to look at the deal. You're trapped in, you have no creative control over your music, you don't own your masters. They're raking in all this extra money on the back end. The record business is the same type of deal. You know what I mean? They offer the same kind of deals, like where the record label's probably cashing out. Why you blocking me, you bitch? Okay, and you blocked again. Damn, I can't even get to y'all. My shooters are so quick. Damn. So yeah, a lot of people get gassed up on, yeah, Wilder's never seen 12 million. Yeah, but you're not gonna let somebody eat knowing, like, put it this way. If let's say we'll use Canelo Golovkin. If Canelo and Golovkin fight, those two names together generate a certain pot. If Golovkin goes to fight Gary Spike O'Sullivan, then it's going to generate a significantly smaller pot. Fact. If Canelo fights Liam Smith, it's going to generate a smaller pot than if he were to fight Golovkin because of what people want to see. Yeah, y'all can get back to the super chats. I ain't going to complain now. I just had to get that record live. B&B Boxing, $5 super chat. Do you think Wilder can pay step-aside money to make the Joshua fight? Pay who step-aside money? I don't understand it. Who needs the step-aside money? I don't get the question. Why does Wilder have to pay? I don't get your question. Who's stepping aside? And why would Wilder pay for Joshua's mandatory? WBC already let. No. B&B Boxing, that's not how it works. Povetkin is Joshua's mandatory. So if anyone's paying step-aside money, it would be Joshua. Why would Wilder come out of pocket to pay for someone else's mandatory to make his fight happen? That doesn't really make sense. Second of all, unification trumps a mandatory. So the fight, that shouldn't be an issue anyway. That shouldn't be an issue at all, because most sanctioning bodies will stay out of the way when there's a bigger fight, a bigger pot, a unification. Listen, man, we going in. We going in today. Smash the like button. We just getting started. At the end of the day, I'm trying to help y'all with business too, man. Know your worth. Know your worth, because certain people, like Chance the Rapper, don't quote me on the numbers, but I remember reading an article, and I think he decided to stay independent. A lot of people were trying to sign him, records labels trying to sign him, and he was like, nope. And he did it his way, and now he's making good money. Like, go look it up, Chance the Rapper. Look how much money he's making. You know what I mean? So it's not just about taking a deal. The deal has to make sense. Chance signed to a major. I'm pretty sure it's Chance the Rapper. Well, he held out. It was something like that. He held out for a while. It's not about taking the first deal that you see. Wiz Khalifa did that too, yeah. Cause that's what I'm saying. You don't just take any offer. 12 million. Oh, I've never seen this before. So that 12 million. Okay, here's another. See, this is why y'all fuck with Ego's Army and New Media, because the points just keep flowing. Right? We're gonna do some simple math, people. We're gonna do some simple math. Look, 12 minus 7, that's 5. Once again, 12 minus 7, that's 5. Y'all want to know why I did that? 12 minus 7. Hold on. Let me do one more. 12 minus 4. That's 8. We'll use 12 minus 4. Anybody know why I just did the math for 12 minus 4? Do it in the streets. Do it at home. 12 minus 4, what does that mean? The rest is bullshit. 12 minus 4. Shout out to Renzel. Golden Boy also gave Triple G a flat rate, but Triple G cut that shit ASAP, and they went back to the negotiating table. They see Wilder a country dude with no sense. Exactly. They just think you're gonna take whatever. Like, hey, we're the A side. Bow down. And listen, all the people, fans and shit that be talking about boxing as a business and take the money and get lowballed first for all the titles. If you're so confident, just beat him. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about just take the money. Take the money. If you're so confident you'll beat him, then get the rematch going. Because rematches and stuff like that is not guaranteed. What if someone gets knocked out and says, I'm retired? You know what I'm saying? Like Kovalev, I'm sure he wants to I don't know about this, but let's say Kovalev one day avenge his have a third fight with Andre Ward. Ward said he retired. So why would he just take the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work like that. Now let's get back to that math. We did some simple math for you. This is interactive. I just did it for you. What is 12 minus 4? 12 minus 4. This is basic math, since you guys know. 12 minus 4. 8. Boom. Exactly. Now, the reason I brought that up is because everybody type, you know fucked up. Hey, Sonola 777, you can leave. I'm not getting to anything. If you don't like it, leave. I don't care. Listen, this is my show. You don't like it, don't be here. You don't have to listen to my opinion or my live streams. That's fine. I'm good with that. Now, the reason I did that is this. 12 minus 4 is 8. Eddie Hearn is on record saying that Wilder can get $4 million to fight Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, the non-champion. Dillian Whyte, the guy that got stopped by AJ. Dillian Whyte that didn't have great numbers on HBO. I mean, they're decent versus Lucas Brown. So you mean to tell me that Wilder Joshua is only worth $8 million more than what he would have got for Dillian Whyte? Really? That makes sense to you guys. So Eddie Hearn had $4 million for Wilder to fight in the UK against Dillian Whyte, a non-champion again who got stopped. He had $4 million just waiting. So a fight that is desired to the level of Joshua Wilder, you only could come up with $8 million more than what you came for that fight, knowing that Joshua was doing 78,000, 80,000 with Carlos Takams and Joseph Parker, that he did 90,000 with Klitschko, and this is an anticipated fight. You mean to tell me that makes sense to you? That's a good split. See, again, some of you guys get mesmerized by money, and you be the same ones that get ripped off by the people who are doing stuff like this. Once again, guys care more about what I'm wearing than the reality of the situation and talking boxing. Somebody explain that to me. How is it that a fight as big as an undisputed fight, which hasn't happened in heavyweight boxing in quite some time, since probably Lennox Lewis, how come that fight is only worth another $8 million on top of what Wilder would have got for Dillian Whyte? Make that make sense. Somebody make it make sense. One of you man fans, make that make sense. He could have got $4 million. I think he said $4 to $7 million, but I know I know he said at least 4. But he could have got $4 to $7 million to fight Dillian Whyte, because I think he said $4 million versus plus some pay-per-view, to be honest. So he could have got, we'll use that range. He could have got $4 to $7 million for Dillian Whyte, according to Eddie Hearn, a non-champion and a guy who got beat. Yet the rumor has it that Wilder Joshua, he would get $12 million, and you tell me he should take that deal? Explain. Listen, people do a bunch of this, but they don't explain. Okay, Donovan Williams, please step up in the hot seat. I'm going to give you the option. Do you want the hot seat? He says it was $4 million, bro. He said $4 million plus pay-per-view proceeds. $4 million because they're going to put it on pay-per-view. Plus, he said some of the U.S. money. If you want to argue this, Donovan Williams, I will pull it up and you will be gone, because I know what I'm talking about. $4 million was the offer, plus the U.S. television network distribution shit. Donovan Williams, do you want to argue this in a hot seat? Please step up. Please. I'm going to give you the option. You screaming $4 million. Okay, that was the offer. No argument, I'm agreeing with you. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm trigger happy with this hot seat today. Listen, he said $4 million plus some of the US TV money. That's what he said. Right? So at the end of the day, you mean to tell me Wilder could fight Dillian Whyte and get $4 to $7 million? But then we fight Joshua and the rumor is that he could get 12? That's stupid. It's stupid. And it reminds me, I told you, history repeats itself. Remember when Top Rank said they offered Broner and Danny Garcia $3 to $4 million? And then Broner and Danny Garcia was like, hell no. Hell no. For Pacquiao? And people say, oh, Broner's ducking. No, you guys just don't understand business. You don't understand business. You know what I mean? Broner got $1 million for Emmanuel Taylor. So he's only going to get $3 million more for Pacquiao. 2 to 3 million more for Pacquiao. He got 1.7 million versus Maidana. So technically, you're gonna get like 2 million more for Pacquiao. That doesn't even make sense. But y'all just care about number. Oh, 12 million. Take it or Wilder's done. I don't see it like that. Why don't you offer Joseph Parker a flat rate? Hey, Demaciate, if you want to step up in the hot seat, let me know. Other than that, I'm not stopping to focus on you. You got a hot seat with that. Bottom line is this. Nobody's going to take a flat rate or 10% or low percentage like that just because it's the most they've made, knowing the grand pot. Because, okay, you got to know your worth, because that's the bottom line. That's why Golovkin didn't take that shit with Canelo. That's why Pacquiao didn't take $40 million. Because they felt like this fight is worth all this money and that's all you're trying to give me? Hell, even though it's the most I made, it don't make sense. That you laughing to the bank, win, lose, or draw, you getting this much of the pot, and then I'm only seeing this much of the pot. It's that simple. Like I said, if HBO, let's say they wanted to hire me, they have to come up off this bread, because right now I have full creative control. I get to cover fights and do something I love. I don't have to work for the man. Like, I don't have a production supervisor telling me what to do. I do what I want. I wake up when I want. I don't have to report to. I don't have to go to no fighter meetings. I go to the shit I want to go to. You know what I'm saying? Turn that shit music off, please. Nope. Leave the channel. Leave the stream. Change the station, like Mike Tyson would say. We don't. This is the new breed. This is new media. We don't listen to what you're talking about. Who are you? So once again, you guys got to make it make sense. Okay, Demaciate, you don't know Matt. He said, so he's getting 7 times the money he normally gets. He just got $2 million. 7 times 2 is 14. And there's the rumor is 12 million. So that's not 7 times the amount. Fix your math. Demaciate doesn't get the hot seat. He's just a clown. Smash the like. How many dislikes we got? Smash the like button. We can't let the haters outshine us. Shout out to Ronald Finkley, shooter extraordinaire. 60-40 is fair. See, but again, no one's complaining off 60-40. No, that's, to me, I think that's solid. If I had to put my money somewhere, I think that's solid. Because look, let's say it is a 100 million fight. What's 40%? That's a lot of money. What's 40% of 100 million? You look at 100 mil, half of that is 50. So it's just a little less than 50%. Or 50 mil. I said, let's say it's a $100 million fight. Learn how to listen. Learn how to listen. I said, if it's a $100 million fight. And listen, if Joshua's this huge A side and Wilder's been up in his profile, you don't know. It could maybe make 100 million. That's not out of the question. If it's built up right and it's a heavyweight undisputed, and you got 2 coasts, you know what I mean? You got the US, and across the pond, you got the UK. So it could possibly, ideally, generate that much. You know what I'm saying? And see, listen, I knew something was, when Joshua said, I'm telling you, Joshua said something particular that threw me off when he was talking about the fight He says, if I was in that position at this stage of my career, then I'd be over the moon with that deal. That sounded weird when he said that. Hold on. Y'all need to hear it, man.
It'll be interesting to see how he takes it. I'm getting in the way. Shocked because I've worked extremely hard to put myself in a power position when it comes to the negotiations. So hopefully he'll understand and come to UK and get this fight. The same offer we're going to offer Wilder, I would grab that with both hands. So I just looked at it as a flip reverse. I'm going to see businessman. Even though I fight, I'm a hustler and I've got a strategy and I'm very smart and I educate myself. So the deal I looked at for Wilder is the same deal I looked at for myself, and I would have been over the moon with a deal like that at that stage. So it'll be interesting to see how he takes it. I'm getting in the way. See, if we're gonna make the biggest fight in history happen, why not promote it now? Why not let's go? You know, and the thing about it, they don't want me.
See, that's what makes me question it. When Joshua just says, I looked at the deal, and if I would have had a deal like that at this stage of the career, I would have been over the moon. So he's to me, that sounds like you're saying that Wilder is the B side, so he should just be happy with whatever you offer. And if I was 12-0 and I got offered whatever amount of money that you're offering him, then I would be over the moon. But it doesn't work like that. It takes two to tango. This is the biggest fight in boxing. And you know what I mean? You got to pay like you weigh, period. And see, like Carlos Takam and AJ, you don't think Joshua Wilder can sell the tickets for a higher price? Like, let's be real. It depends who you're in there with. If you have Carlos Takam and AJ tickets, yeah, a lot of people are going to come or whatever. But imagine the ticket prices for Wilder versus Joshua. You don't think, UK diehard fans, you don't think more people or the same amount of people would at least come and probably pay more money because it's a better fight? That's how, listen, I covered Wilder versus Stavern too. We had already seen that fight. Stavern had been out for a little while. It did like, let's say a little bit over 10,000 seats. But then when he fought Luis Ortiz, it did over 14,000 seats, and it did better numbers viewership-wise on Showtime. You know why? Because Luis Ortiz was a fight we hadn't seen through Wilder, and a lot of people thought Ortiz had a chance to beat him. And Ortiz wasn't even a huge name. So just imagine when it's two guys when you both know both of their names, Joshua and Wilder. If Joshua versus Wilder connect, I think it's a big fight, because you guys got to understand, Wilder versus Ortiz did better numbers than any Showtime fight that Joshua has had, to my knowledge, barring maybe even Klitschko. I think Klitschko didn't do 1 million. Actually, I know it didn't. You know why? Because all the headlines says that Wilder Ortiz generates the highest number of viewership from Showtime Boxing since 2015 when Wilder fought Stavern. Now, you could argue, like, oh, yeah, these Joshua fights are coming on earlier in the day. But even though they re-aired the Joseph Parker fight at night, it did better than it did in the daytime, but it still didn't have the viewership of Wilder versus Ortiz. You know what? I just seen that Adeslandi Lara versus Jared Hurd did better ratings than Joshua versus Parker. So as far as an American star in American audience, Wilder has put up better numbers on Showtime than Joshua, factually. You know what I mean? Jared Hurd and Adeslandi Lara, since that was a great fight, which I happen to be at, you know what I mean? I covered that fight as media. That did better numbers than Joshua's last fight. And it was a better fight, like just as in terms of action and stuff. It was a better fight. See, a lot of people like Cool Breeze, they're giving you stupid shit. He's saying 12% of 100 million is 12 million. Great money for a B-side boxer who was unable to get near that. His fight with Ortiz, he got paid 2.5, his career highest. ego dick riding Wilder, and you're blocked. Listen, I don't care about none of that. Y'all can get your one off. And, oh, ego, you're a dick rider. Okay, you're blocked. We're done with that. But listen, y'all keep saying this. Okay, so in your mind, getting a little over 10% is fair. To get 12 million out of $100 million pot is fair because of his last paycheck. You know what I'm saying? But I just explained this to you. Based on the threat level and the level of competition of who you fight, what they have to offer, Wilder is the last link for Joshua. Listen, so you have to understand this. See, now y'all are irritating. Some of you guys are irritating because you guys are playing dumb. Some of you. You know what? We got to get to 400 likes. I'm about to go off. I'm about to go off on this. 400 likes and I go off. Smash the like button. But some of you guys are playing dumb. Oh, yeah, 12 million is more than he's ever seen. It's 5 times the amount of value. Listen, 8 more likes, I'm going, oh my gosh, y'all want me to go off. Smash the like button. We about to go in. Listen, everyone keeps using this weak-ass argument about Wilder's last paycheck. Wilder's last highest paycheck with Luis Ortiz. That's fine and dandy, but guess what? It's about legacy. It's about the quality of the fight. It's about the magnitude of the event. And nobody is going to get a little bit over 10% of a possible $100 million fight and be cool with that. That you know what I'm saying? Who's going to want to do that? How did Joseph Parker get 33.5% or whatever he got? Because Parker's team gave a range. They said we got between 31 and I think like 33.5%. So how did he get so much percent wise? You know what I'm saying? And then you tell him Wilder, listen. Wilder said this. He said, I need Joshua and Joshua needs me. And he's absolutely correct. See, y'all got me hitting this desk. He's absolutely correct. Wilder is the missing link to Anthony Joshua being undisputed. So you would want to fight him. You have to go through him, at least right now, until someone can beat Wilder and take his belt off of him. You have to go through him in order to get that last piece of the puzzle. So everyone's trying to flip it on Wilder and saying he should just take whatever, but he knows he's the missing link to everything that Joshua says he's trying to do. Go to Joshua's Instagram and look through all of his pictures and you'll see something and it says #road to undisputed. You cannot have no road to undisputed without going through Wilder or without seeing Wilder lose and going through that person. And so far, it doesn't look like many people can beat Wilder except for maybe Anthony Joshua. Vegas Web Design, $2 super chat. What if Povetkin KOs Joshua before Wilder fights him? That's why you shouldn't wait. Just like they waited for Yuriorkis Gamboa and Orlando Salido, which was a big fight at the time. And then, Yuriorkis Gamboa and Juanma Lopez. And then Orlando Salido came and played spoiler and ended that whole potential fight. And to this day, they've never fought. Just like Terrence Crawford ended Gamboa, and then Mike Garcia Gamboa never happened. Point blank, period. So at the end of the day, you're a Joshua hater, thought you light skin stick together. You sound stupid. Why would I hate Joshua? What has Joshua ever done to me? You sound dumb. Is that a crack room you're in, Boxing Ego, you crackhead gay look? Okay. Y'all be on some stupid shit. But Joshua keeps putting #road to undisputed. You can't be on the road to undisputed without going through Wilder. Period. You have to fight Wilder to be on this road to undisputed. So if you want to be, if Joshua says he wants to be a billionaire, right? Is Joshua even light skinned? Somebody said something about thought you light skinned stick together. I don't know. But anyway, if Joshua was saying road to undisputed, right? You have to go through Wilder. So Joshua does need Wilder to realize that dream. He needs to go through Wilder. So you can't be, how are you going to become a billionaire if you don't go through the meaningful fights like Wilder? How can you be on the hashtag road to undisputed if you don't go down the road to undisputed? Whether that means you have to pay somebody a little bit more to make the fight. Like, it's just, it is what it is. And the thing is, people are playing fucking dumb. People are, oh, but he got a career high 2.5. Who doesn't want to make as much fucking money as possible? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if someone says, hey, your YouTube channel can make X amount of dollars, or if you do a video about this, it can make this much money. So everybody's, this is their livelihood. You know what I mean? I want to make as much money. Like, see, I don't front. When I first started this, it was a hobby. I didn't know where this could go. I was working a regular full-time job, and then it grew. Then now this is what I do full-time. I want to make as much money as I can while I'm in the game. Not that I'm money hungry, but it's because it helps facilitate stuff. If I can't make money, I can't get to these fights. If I can't make money, I can't help my family. If I can't make money, then I can't pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage the super chats. I encourage it because this all helps me further the brand. You get what I'm saying? So it's not, like, I'm not out here buying chains and shit. Like, I don't care about that. But I bought some new camera equipment, some expensive memory cards, different things like that, different lenses. I can't do that. I can't facilitate those things. So all these people, oh, this is more than Wilder's made. If he knows the pot is this big, why would he want to settle for this amount? Shout out to Hammock Sports, $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Why would he settle for 10%? Shout out to SS Solo, $25. Hashtag Bomb Squad. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I ain't too proud to beg. You know what I'm saying? I don't, not beg, like literally, like, please. But I'm talking about, I've always been transparent with my audience. That's what makes us the realest channel in this bitch. You know what I mean? Because some people, like, if people act like they're in it just for pure passion, then they're probably not at a high level. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask Fight Hype, ask Deontay, Ellie, any of these guys who are successful in this boxing game, if making money is important for YouTube. You think they're just putting in work, you know what I mean, countless video after video to not make money? You know what I mean? The only people who talk about other people's money or pocket watch are the people who ain't making money, because you wouldn't be worried about that. If people try to, you know what I mean, a lot of people try to act like, oh, some people ego is money hungry and da. I'm in it for the real boxing. I don't believe it. And even if it is true, that means you ain't making no money. But you need money to keep doing what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way I could facilitate going to Vegas, getting hotels. I can't do these things if it's putting me in the red. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Puzzle, $10 super chat. Thank you. Hashtag new media. We working, people. You guys already know. Beg, bro. Look see the super chats come in, they start hating. They be mad when I be getting super chats because they see all them colors light up on their screen and they think about how they can't afford more than 3 items from Taco Bell. I'll be mad too, bro. Motherfucker talking about beg. Yup. And I just made more money in super chats than you made all week. Good luck on that dollar menu. Sick of these broke bums, man. See, y'all turned me into something else. I wasn't even trying to go in, but I got to stunt. Because they be hating. Oh, yeah, beg. Ego fucking beg. Well, you beg. Beg for that extra item from Taco Bell. Beg for that extra side of beans and rice because you can't afford it. They beg for that. You beg, motherfucker. We'll see who's the real beggar. I'm cool. I just got back from Vegas. He does eat off the dollar menu. He be getting that buck double and shit. How much for a McRib? That's how you know you broke. You go to a fast food place and start price checking, the window shopping. That's how you know you broke. You got the window shop at a fast food joint. How much for a McRib? Counting your little shillings. Broke bums. I'm sick of you broke bums, man. And you know what the funny thing, the broke dudes always got the most to say about situations like Wilder Joshua. Wilder should take the $12 million. Well, you should take the job at Kmart. They called you back. Take that job. Get that blue light special cracking. You talking about Wilder's money? And he got $12 million offered and he made $2 million. What about your offer? What about that Kmart offer? Go work for Kmart. Stop pocket watching. Stop watching what I do. Pensacola, we talk tonight. U.S. bunch of bums. Tell them to take that job at Big K. You know what I'm saying? He beg, ego. Yep, I'm begging, all right, okay. You need to be begging. Look, super chats just keep coming. Got to interview Wilder, ego, $2 super chat, thank you. Yeah, man, I need to. I got to see what's good with the dude. So it says, strap that fool. What do you call ego breaking the law? Illegal? That's kind of funny. I like that. Look at ego emotional like a bitch. Keep watching me. I'll be a bitch. I'll drive this whole live stream off a fucking cliff. We'll be two bitches in the sea. I'll be a bitch. Keep watching me. What does that make you? If I'm a bitch and you watching a bitch, what does that mean? Is this a strip club and shit? I'm a bitch, but you watching me. And you can't stop watching me. And then you go get blocked by my shooters like you just did and come back. It's cool. See, I wasn't even in this mood, but now I got to stunt. We got to stunt on them sometimes. It's cool. I chose to be the bad guy. I chose to be the bad guy. I know they mad. They want to have live streams like us. They want to do views like us. They say we buy stuff. Okay. I chose to be the bad guy. They want to say shit, fuck, damn like me. I chose to be the bad guy. But yeah, man, like, it's sad, man. Boxing is getting to a place. It's not sad, like, boxing is still in a good place, but it's sad that you got so many people who are, who the fuck is that guy, ego? I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, it's just sad that fights get delayed over money shit. And then at the end of the day, you have fans like justifying it. Like, we're arguing as fans, we're arguing over what percentage of another motherfucker's money that none of us are going to touch, none of us are going to see. And this is a potential roadblock to the fight actually even happening. You guys get me? Like, the fight may not happen. And we're arguing, like, some of you guys are arguing that it's a good thing. Yeah, Wilder's not happy with the offer, it doesn't sound like. And some people are saying he's not going to take it. So you would rather see the fight not happen and tell Wilder to take it and see the fight break up than to actually see the fight and have a more reasonable offer. Shout out to Sura, $5 super chat, Money Gang. Fanboys need to mind their business. That's why cemeteries are full. Whoa, y'all going in. E-King Fight News brought up a good point. Ego, I got a strange feeling Joshua may not want to fight Povetkin either. Povetkin is dangerous. Shout out to Black Tank 904 Bailey, $5 super chat. Appreciate you very much. I pay for great content. Shout out to Sub-Zero, another $5 super chat. Thank you very much. This is why they mad, people. I chose to be the bad guy. We get support. We working. We trying to get back. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Check out the interview with Caleb Plant, my guy. Check out the interview with my guy, David Benavidez. He's a beast. Caleb's a beast. David Benavidez is a beast. That's a crazy fight. Uzcategui said he'll give Caleb Plant a chance after the Gale. Ego, fuck all the money. I want to know who would win the fight, AJ and Wilder. I would pick Wilder. I think his confidence is at an all-time high. it's perception, especially heavyweight division. He perceives that Josh was afraid of him, so he's going into there kind of with that mentality. But I don't think Wilder is as country dumb as some of you guys expect or think he is. You know what I'm saying? People think, oh, he's slow, he's from the country, and look at the way that Southern draw. I don't, because this is why I don't think Wilder's as wild as you guys, as like some people make it out to be. For the simple fact that Wilder, when he fights the dangerous guys, like when he fights somebody like Luis Ortiz, when he fights someone like Bermane Stiverne when he was the challenger, and Stiverne was the champion with knockout power, slickness, and a good chin, he fought them like he had some sense. Like he wasn't just coming out like, you know what I mean, throwing all crazy, because he realizes that. So to me, that shows that Wilder is not like a spring chicken, because certain guys like James DeGale, we'll use him. He's a gold medalist, but he hasn't really been fighting to me like a gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? SS Solo, $2 super chat. He says, super chat army. Shout out to the super chats, man. I got some new gear. We about to turn up on these clowns. We're about to turn up. I promise you that. I don't make promises I can't keep. That's why I don't even like making promises. But I promise you that we turning up, because we've already started. I mean, like I said, I think the Lotto fight was the first fight I covered, and I got a lot of good footage. Still got some more of it to upload, but it's coming, people. Thank you guys for tuning in and the support. It's been phenomenal. But yeah, Wilder, when he fought Luis Ortiz, he didn't just come out reckless. He was trying to find his way in on Luis Ortiz in the first round. You know what I mean? So Wilder's not as wild and like crazy as what you guys make him out to be. Shout out to Black Tank 904 Bailey, another super chat, $2. I need one of them sniper rifles. All right, we got a couple guys on the waiting list just from this stream. So yeah, man, it's going down. 40-0 Bones. I don't know if y'all just got Tourette's. You just say it and you feel better after you say this stuff. Man, my shooter's getting busy today. I see it, and it's excellent because I could just focus on the message and stuff like that. But yeah, like, it's just sad, man. A lot of people back and forth on what is a fair negotiation. I just want to see the fight. That's what this all boils down to me. I just want to see it. I don't really care about all the parameters. I'm just going over it. I mean, since it is a factor and it is a potential roadblock, that's why I'm even addressing it. But I wish we could just see the fight instead of these promoter tactics and fight shit. Listen how dumb Mr. Sight Master 2 sounds. Apart from old man Ortiz, I don't see any decent fighters on Wilder's record. See, it's funny how the AJ protectors, they call him old man Ortiz, yet Klitschko is older than Ortiz and he's been knocked out, versus Ortiz was undefeated and avoided, never been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And he's older. So what are you really saying? Why does he have to be old man Ortiz, but when you reference Klitschko, you don't call him old man Klitschko? Now, you could say he was a long-standing champion, but that's because him and his brother made a name for themselves early on, and they were afforded opportunities. Boxing, see, people don't understand. Boxing is not. That. Again, I use this example. I'm going to use it again. McDonald's has the most franchises, the most stores open. They're international. They have McDonald's in Japan and stuff. That doesn't mean their burgers taste better than Five Guys or In-N-Out, because there's less In-N-Out locations. There's less smash burgers or Five Guys. You know what I mean? You just, the McDonald's stories, they came at the time they came and they did what they did, and now everyone knows McDonald's. That don't mean they have the best burgers though. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Klitschko was a long-standing champion, but had all these champions given Luis Ortiz the same opportunities that they had Klitschko, or the same opportunities that Joshua had, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that Luis Ortiz could have been a champion too. Y'all said, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Joshua has a good promoter in Eddie Hearn. And as soon as Charles Martin won the title, Eddie Hearn was able to, hey, Al-Heyman, hey, I think we should fight Charles, right? Fly him over. And then they negotiated a deal. Now, Charles Martin beat Glasgow. Is there anyone that believes that Charles Martin would have beat Luis Ortiz, right, in his first title defense? Let's hear it. Shout out to Cash, $10 super chat. Boxing Ego, I've come to the conclusion most UK fans don't even want to fight. I don't even debate them anymore. I just ridicule these chumps. But there are great fans in the UK, so I don't want to segregate and make it like it's all UK fans doing this. Listen, my question to you guys, shout out to you for the super chat. My question to you guys is simple. Charles Martin got the title off of Glasgow, who hurt his kneecap or whatever. Let's say his first title defense, he fought Luis Ortiz. Who wins? Just put Martin or Ortiz. Who would have won if they would have fought instead of Joshua being Martin's first title defense? Let's say it was Luis Ortiz. Okay, 1 for Ortiz. Ortiz by KO. Ortiz. I'm out of body count. Ortiz. Look. You ain't even trying to compare body counts. Who would have won Charles Martin first title defense, Ortiz or Charles Martin? Look, you ain't even trying to compare body counts. I'm all out of there. It's obvious Ortiz. Once again, let's say he was with Golden Boy at the time. I don't remember exactly who he was because he bounced around a little bit from promotional standpoint. Every single person I see, MH, boxing is a business. I'm a trash you in this hot seat. SS Solo, $2 super chat. Thank you. He says Ortiz. Everybody I seen said Ortiz. So once again, let's say Luis King Kong Ortiz was with Golden Boy at that time, right? Had Oscar gotten the phone. See, the thing is, Golden Boy didn't really prioritize Luis Ortiz. They never really did anything with him. He never got a title shot with Golden Boy. He didn't even get a title shot until he got with Al Heyman and fought Wilder. So at the end of the day, had Golden Boy got on the phone and seen, oh, fucking Charles Martin just got the title and facilitated that deal and made it make sense, then Ortiz could have fought Charles Martin and he would have been in the same position as Joshua because Ortiz would have been the champion from then. Now, at the time, that means Joshua, let's say Joshua didn't get the opportunity and Luis Ortiz got the opportunity based on politics, then Luis Ortiz, most people think he would have beat Charles Martin, including myself and everybody that just voted. Then Luis Ortiz would have the IBF belt. Wilder would have had the WBC belt, which means that Joshua, to become a champion, would have to go through Ortiz or Wilder. See how that switches things? Young Villain, 95, $5 super chat. And the other person that had belts was Klitschko and Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury beat Klitschko's for the other belts or whatever, right? So that means that Joshua, to become a champion, would have had to go through Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury before he failed drug test, or Deontay Wilder. And those are three guys he still to this day has not fought. So we don't know if he can beat them. So boxing is not just about, oh, yeah, Wilder never unified and Luis Ortiz wasn't a champion, because you have to look at the actual politics behind the situation. Why didn't Luis Ortiz? Because he wasn't given the opportunity. But he clearly, in my eyes, would have beat Charles Martin, from my view. He clearly would have beat him. So he would have been in Joshua's shoes, and he would have been the IBF champion of the world. And for Joshua to come get that belt, he would have to go through, again, Luis King Kong Ortiz, Deontay Wilder, or Tyson Fury, which are all three guys he's never fought, all three guys that I think would present issue to Joshua's style. It would have been a difficult fight. Smash the like button, people. Gang, we working on gang. So boxing is more than meets the eye, because there are politics and there are like certain, you know what I mean? Eddie Hearn, him and his dad, they got power. They've been in boxing, especially on the UK scene. They got great audiences. Ortiz would have knocked Martin the fuck out. See? Fans is telling you. Ego Army. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. You know what I mean? So boxing it's easy to say, oh, but Luis Ortiz, Klitschko was a better name, even though he was older because he was a champ. Yeah, but Klitschko, him and his brother made noise early on, and they were kind of like a duo in boxing, so everyone knew the names because they're older too. So they have been in the public eye because the heavyweight division was pretty dormant other than the Klitschko's for quite some time. So yeah, Klitschko didn't have a problem getting any fights. Luis Ortiz did have a problem getting fights. Period. But had he not had problems, like let's say boxing was just this smooth place with no politics, then he could have easily been a champion too. If Golden Boy would have got on the horn when Charles Martin initially won the title, he would have beat Charles Martin. Most people would just vote. And most people thought that Luis Ortiz would beat him. Let's say we'll do another one. If Luis Ortiz fought Andy Ruiz for the vacant WBO title, who wins? Just put Ruiz, Andy Ruiz, or Luis Ortiz. Who wins? Ortiz by KO. Here's what they think about you. See, I don't even have to even talk. All I have to do is ask questions. Look, just read the comments. Bars. Andy is really good. Okay, is he? If he didn't get past Luis Ortiz, he didn't get past Joseph Parker, do you think he would have got past Luis Ortiz? That goes to Dijua. Don't tell me see, this is what they do. They don't want to answer the question, so they'll try to derail. Desua P. He says Andy is really good. I never said he's a bad fighter. Would he beat Luis Ortiz? Desua P. Do you think he would beat Luis Ortiz? Don't try to derail the conversation. I never said he was a bad fighter. I didn't say he sucks. I just said, would he beat Luis Ortiz? That's the question. That's what I'm trying to get a pulse for. And you try to switch to something else. Oh, he's really good. He's a good fighter. No one said he's a bad fighter. Would he beat Luis Ortiz? That's the only question I asked you. No, in a previous comment, I said Luis would win, but I'm saying Andy is really good. Well, all I seen was Andy is really good. Nobody said he wasn't good. I'm asking who would win, Andy Ruiz or Luis Ortiz, if you had a guess. And you just admitted Luis Ortiz, so you saying he's really good in a previous comment or whatever you're talking about. He's got, okay, one more. If Joseph Parker, at the time he fought Andy Ruiz, replaced Andy Ruiz with Luis Ortiz, who would have won? Joseph Parker or Andy Ruiz? Joseph Parker, at the time he fought Andy Ruiz, if Andy Ruiz's name was replaced with Luis Ortiz, who would have won? Ortiz. He wouldn't beat Ortiz, dog. Luis. Liam Mitchell said Parker would have beat Luis Ortiz. Exactly. Look at Adam Davies, another stupid point. Molina got destroyed by AJ. Molina rocked Wilder. So Wilder still knocked out Molina. So who cares? And he knocked him out before AJ. What does that have to do with it? See, people like you don't know shit about boxing. That's why you repeat stupid shit. Like, oh, Pacquiao knocked out Ricky Hatton in 2 rounds, and Floyd didn't knock him out till the 10th. What does that mean? Floyd fought the undefeated Ricky Hatton. So who cares? Pacquiao fought the version of Ricky Hatton that had been knocked out by Floyd. You can't compare boxing like that. You know what I mean? Again, this is how I know who knows boxing. Canelo got rocked by Jose Miguel Cotto, who's Cotto's lesser brother. But when he fought Miguel Cotto, when they did fight, Miguel Cotto didn't rock Canelo. So you're going to be like, oh, look at Canelo. He went back like that when he was fighting Jose Miguel Cotto. Who cares? Golovkin didn't do that to him. Miguel Cotto didn't do that to him. So who cares that 19-year-old Canelo fell back into the ropes and shit? You guys say stupid shit. That's why you can't beat new media. You can't beat the army. You can't beat Ego's army. Klitschko dropped AJ Wilder with KO AJ. Is that your point? Triangle theory don't work in boxing. I know. It's ridiculous. And that was Wilder's first title defense. I think he's probably better. He's grown in confidence. So if he would have fought, like Dominic Brazil knocked out Eric Molina. So if, you know what I mean, if Wilder would have fought him after Gerald Washington, maybe it's a different fight, but just where he was at that particular point, who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's probably an easier fight for him now. And Wilder's the type of person that if you fight Wilder and you take that punishment for several rounds and big punches, you might not be the same after that. You know what I mean? So AJ got a softened up version of Molina, if that's how you want to look at it, because he fought him after. And Molina went some rounds and took hard shots from Wilder. Like Bermane Stiverne, he got hit with some hard shots in the first fight. Then he got knocked out in his next fight. Look at Robert Guerrero versus Keith Thurman. He got hit with some hard shit. And then it looked like after that fight, he was on the downslide. I'm gonna do an intermission. I'll probably come back. Y'all want me to come back for another stream? We gotta have an intermission. If y'all want me to come back, put a hell yeah in the comment section. I don't smoke, so it's not a smoke break. Y'all infatuated with what I do in my personal life. All right, we probably gonna come back. Ego thinks he's stone cold. Yeah, I'll be stunning people in this hot seat. And that's the bottom line. AJ is a duck. Nobody can. Oh my gosh. You're a star, Ego. Shit, they be talking about me like I am. Fuck. Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to my shooters. Shout out to, look, we got another super chat. Jerome in the place to be, $2. We're going to come back with this. AJ is another Frank Bruno. Look like Drake and Swiss Beats mixed. Again, y'all care more about who I look like than anything else. We working, people. All right, intermission. We're going to be back. Shout out to my shooters. Held it down.